Hey, what's up, guys? My name's Tyler. I'm the founder of Site Command, a profit protection service where we help plumbers keep money in their bank accounts and stop bleeding it on the job sites. So basically, I just want to go over some numbers real quick to show you guys if you are doing jobs and you feel like you're not making as much money as you thought you were. I'm going to show you how small bleeds on your jobs are going to affect you at the end and what we can do to fix it. All right? Okay, guys, so let's talk about how a 3% overrun is actually more like a 20 something percent loss, almost a 30% loss. I'm going to show you how right here. So, if you're doing a job where your cogs are 10 million, okay? So we got cogs, and let's just call it 10 million. Let's say you got your overhead recovery, and that's going to be at, I don't know, 10%. So that's going to be messy. Hang on. So your overhead recovery at 10%, and that's going to be $1 million. Okay, so let's bring this down. You're now at 11 mil. And you're going to tack on profit at, I don't know, another 10%. So that's going to be 1.1. Okay. So now your total contract value is 12.1 million. Okay. Now, let's assume that you had a 3% overrun. It doesn't really matter where it came from, but you had 3% overrun. So, let's put that up here. Let's transfer this over there. You're going to have 10.3 as your new cogs. So if you now have 10.3, this is what you originally thought you were going to take home 1.1 million. So you're going to take out 300 grand out of that. So let's say planned profit of 1.1 mil. Now you've got actual minus 300, so 800K. All right, 800K. So the way this works out, so that's a 3% overrun, and you might think to yourself, well, who gives a shit? I mean, it was a $10 million job, so what? We lost 300K. Well, bro, you plan to take home 1.1 mil, and you took home 800K. So like, if we subtract these out, you get 300K, obviously. So 300K divided by 1.1, Jesus. How about we just do this? So 300K divided by 1.1 mil is 27.2, so call it 27%. 27%, and that's of your profit. So let's just kind of run these numbers out for the year, because a 3% loss, maybe that's no big deal, but if you keep incurring those on every job, well, you're going to lose 27% more or less on your yearly profit. So if you planned 1.1, call it $1 million. You plan for 5 million. 20%. Okay. So before we get kind of off into the weeds, let's say your yearly planned profit is $1 million, and let's say you got 5 jobs going on, so that's 5 million. Well, your yearly 3% loss at 3%. Well, we already know that it's 27%, so we'll just multiply this by 27%. Which, let's see. I mean, it's going to be somewhere around $1 million, but okay, 1.35 is what you lost. Equal to 1.35 million. Gone. Down the tubes, which leaves you with $3.650. So here we go. That's what you actually took home. So I know a lot of you guys will just say, well, whatever, that's the cost of doing business. But I don't, if you want to save money, if you want to get some of this back, that's what I created Site Command for. I created a system so that you can get full visibility on your jobs and you're not losing $1 million a year just throwing it away and just kind of accepting it as a status quo. If you want to put more of that money in your bank account, back in your pockets, the link's in the description, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Thanks.